Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I am your host, Wally. Nice to meet you. Today we're taking a ride through the Texas Brazos Trail. Now there's plenty to see in this Brazos Trail, so I'm just showing you some of the other highlights that aren't attached to a specific town or anything. Starting off with the New Sweden Church, just north of Austin. It's out in the middle of the farmlands, and it's considered to be one of the prettiest little churches in Texas. It's got a nice big spire. It serves the community. It's a pretty church to drive past. It's just out in the middle of nowhere. It looks pretty cool. A lot of people use it as photo opportunities. Then we're up in Saleto for the old Saleto College. It's a burnt out ruin on top of a hill in Saleto, just off of 35. Not many people know it's there, but you can go and visit this little park. The old Saleto College, of course, was a college. It's been a school. It's been a home for different people. It's had quite a history, and you can go there and read about it and see some of the ruins that are still standing. But I like how they turned it into a nice little park where you can go and just enjoy nature and see some flowers and birds. This is typical farmland on the Brazos Trail. And here we have historic Fort Parker. It's a replica of what the fort used to look like. They used a lot of timbers to create it. There's a wall that would keep everyone safe from Native American attacks. It's a pretty interesting place to visit if you are wondering what it was to live back then during the old fort days, old pioneer days. Shows you some of their living conditions, some of their houses, and how they had to live pretty much locked up inside a compound. It shows you some of their houses and tools and ways they lived. You can see how everything is nicely built. Like going up into the second floor of the main fort and just seeing how things worked back then. This is just over around 150 years ago, maybe. So it wasn't that long ago. But it is a well-maintained fort, so I do give them props for that. And just outside of it is a Fort Parker Cemetery that has some of the people who were originally from the old Fort Parker. There's a statue to commemorate their history and their sacrifices and everything.
In 900 feet, turn left.
You can drive around the little cemetery area. And some more Brazos farmland. I think it's because there's really fertile soil, black soil. And now we're at the Marlin Mineral Waters. It used to be a pretty fancy place and pretty popular back then, before vaccines and before we understood bacteria and all that stuff. So people would just drink mineral water, hoping to get better and hoping it would do something for them. There used to be a whole resort around it, but those days are long gone. But they still have the water flowing for those who are still interested in it. People like to dip their feet or wash their hands, and it did kind of feel tingly from it, and the water was kind of warm. I decided to take some with me, just, you never know when you might need some. So I have a Gatorade bottle full of Marlin mineral water, which incidentally doesn't taste that good. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go out and visit Texas. Thanks.